the word? It's your boy Fight Before 40, man. Welcome to the channel, Fight Before 40 TV. And right now we bring in you some information for my people, my friends and family and our loved ones. This is some information for you. Haven't you always heard that question or had conversation with people and they ask you, are you political? And sometimes you might get people, yeah, I'm very political. You might get some people that say, nah, I don't get into that. I just do my job, go home, man. That's all I'm worried about. But I'm saying in 2025, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, it's most definitely very important to get into politics. And I'm actually going to share a list of people that I actually noticed that's already been in it, or who I listen to, or just getting in. Okay. And first up is a woman, 36 years age. She's an American commentator and an author. Beautiful woman, Candace Owens. A lot of people don't like her from her standpoints on George Floyd. Now she's green. When I say green, that she's not in the streets. She don't know the politics in the streets. Okay, so she's green, but I love her. She does a great work on her channel, and she was working at Daily Mail. They fired her, and now she's doing much better on her own. Next, we got Stephen A. Smith. Everybody knows Stephen A. Smith. You want to play some basketball, you want to play some football. He's the guy. He's the commentator of sports, ESPN. Got his point when he said I was going to run for president. People laughed. And he said he was going to be more political when it comes to things. Now, why is this a problem for the many? Because when you have a platform big like that, you can speak and have people ears. You can speak and have people listen. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Next up, Alex Jones. Alex Jones is 51 years old. You've been hearing about him. I've been hearing about him all my life. You know, not a lot of things that I do believe or went to investigate it or some of the things he said, but majority of his so-called conspiracy theories actually been true. Okay, 51 years of age, he was a radio host. Next up, we got Ice Cube. Everybody know Ice Cube, and if you don't, go do your research. Ice Cube proposed a plan. It was called a Platinum Plan, and it was a few years ago when people was like, what he know about the political, you know what I mean? Just the audacity how people would say something as if a person's not educated on their history. You know what I mean? Like Ice Cube felt and feel like he can roll out a better plan for our people. And a lot of people didn't like that. Okay, we're gonna move on. We got another guy, Ian Carroll. A lot of people seen him from TikTok. Love the guy. He was breaking down, and this guy is 36 years old, 35 to be exact. And this guy was breaking down who really owns the product in the stores, because you go and think that you got all these beautiful choices, and you realize it's owned by the same owner. Ain't that something? He's getting political, and people don't like that. I love it. Keep going, my boy. Next up, we got a comedian, Dave Smith. Dave Smith been speaking about the Israel incident with him and Murphy. I forgot the guy's name or whatnot. But Dave Smith is a comedian. Dave Smith is 42 years old, and he's still doing comedian stand-up. But more importantly, he is speaking about situations that our people are in, that our country is in, and just what's right and what's wrong. But you really have to be educated on the history to understand these things. If you do not go back in history and try to find out why things are happening the way they are, then you lost. You just want to check, and it's quite easy to see. One more person I have involved, Tim Dillon. He's a comedian as well. Almost left him out, but Tim Dillon, I've been looking at his show recently, and he's been getting very political. And I like how he calls shit out. You know what I mean? Because you're either right or you're wrong. Where your person come from? What was the person's intention? You know what I mean? All these things make sense. Tim Dillon is 40 years old. So we got Candace Owens, who's 36, Stephen A. Smith, who's 57, Alex Jones, who's 51, Ice Cube, that's 55. Can't forget about Carl Tuckerson. He's 55. Good guy, too. I don't know if I spoke about him. Ian Carroll is 35, Dave Smith is 42, and Tim Dillon is 40. And you can't forget about your boy Fiverr. I identify as 25, but I'm very political when it comes to the sense, okay? Because after I clock out from work, your paycheck, you see all these inductions. You ask on why has that always been like that? These are some of the questions that you have to ask yourself. You have to be invested. You have to be interested to be so it can be investigated. Okay, things have to be interested into a person for you to go look for the truth. You know, and I'm just a guy in this world navigating through this world, trying to be productive. I have a family. Before I go, I want my kids to not worry about going in the grocery store buying some shit that caused them cancer. That should not even be on the shelf, and whoever put it on the shelf should be prosecuted. But like I can go on and on, but these are some of the things that I was just gonna bring to your attention. Guys, I'm out. Peace and love and education. I need you guys to do your research on that. If you have time, go out and check out some of these wonderful people that I mentioned and check out some of their podcasts because they got them. And if you have a valid point, create your own shit. Okay, create your own things, put out your own narrative, but please have your paperwork together. Have your information. Take the decency and the time to do a little research, and not only on Google. Other than that, I'm your boy Fiber 40. Love and peace. Welcome to this family in the streets. I'm out in a minute.